Welcome, Aquarius. Welcome to Bunnykat's Oracle. It is wonderful to have you here. My name is Marianne, and I'm about to do a September 2020 general tarot reading for you. Now, keep in mind, this is a general reading. It won't apply to everyone. It doesn't have to. They're just cards at the end of the day. This is just for fun. So take what resonates, leave the rest. Let me know if any of this applies to you. Before I get started, I'm going to do a little prayer for everyone that clicked on this video today. I'm going to light a candle for you. And I pray that you are healthy, that you're happy, that you're safe from harm, and that all your best wishes come true. Today I'll be doing a Celtic Cross reading, and I'll be mainly using the Wonderland Tarot by Chris and Morgana Abbey. This is the tin, if you're curious. Adorable, adorable little deck. It's based on Lewis Carroll's Alice in Wonderland stories, of course, which are my favorite. And I'll also be using my Smith-Waite Tarot deck to clarify any cards that require clarification. This is a more classic type of deck. So, without further ado, I'm going to get on with your reading. So what messages do we have for my beautiful Aquarians in the month of September 2020? What messages do we have for Aquarius, the month of September 2020? What's this trying to pop out? Oh, card of the Wounded Warrior. Somebody's not giving up on something. I'm just going to note the flyers, but I'm going to do a proper spread here. What messages does Aquarius need to hear? We've got the Justice card. Something's going in your favor. Messages for Aquarius, September 2020. What do my Aquarian friends need to hear? All right. Feels good. I'm going to cut the deck, and we will begin. Bottom of the deck, we have the Three of Oysters. You may be really motivated to share a talent with the world or start your own business this month. Seems to be on your mind. Okay, Aquarius. In the first position here, we have the Page of Flamingos, typically our spy card. But in your present position, I see you feeling very curious, very inquisitive, maybe doing a lot of reading, a lot of research, maybe spying on someone's social media, but it doesn't necessarily have to be that. It could just be that you're trying to learn about something, trying to learn about a trade, perhaps, or some new skill you're trying to develop. You have the Eight of Oysters crossing you. This is as a challenge or opportunity, and this card is about developing a skill or a trade. Refining your skills, getting ready to bring them out into the open, but not quite there yet. Just still kind of working on things and wanting to perfect your skills. So it's a challenge. It's an opportunity. But you're very, very keen. Very keen. You have a nice, humble, hardworking, inquisitive, and curious energy about you. It's kind of like that beginner's mindset. The beginner's mind, which is so healthy, so lovely. I love it. I absolutely love it. Crowning you, you have the Two of Oysters. So as a strength this month, you have an ability to juggle several things at once. You may be working on your skills, but also juggling your home life or your family life or a job or maybe two jobs, but you seem to be handling this with a real finesse. You also may have some sort of writing talent. I'm getting that as well. Some of you may be playing the stock market. I'm really noticing the waves and the ups and downs. But this is a strength. Also, because it's a 2, I feel like your intuition may be strong this month as well. The 2 is associated with the High Priestess in the Major Arcana, which is all about intuition. But Normally this card would feel a little precarious, but it is showing up as a strength. Like I said, you seem to be having really no difficulty juggling everything that you have to juggle this month without neglecting one or the other. As a past influence, you have the Knight of Hats here. Some kind of a proposal. Somebody could have asked you out on a date or asked for your hand in marriage. Could have recently gotten married. And you also have the Queen of Peppermills showing up. So, if you're a man who recently gotten married, this could be your queen. This is somebody who's ambitious, generally really attractive, although she doesn't appear that way in this deck, but just try to suspend disbelief for a moment here. She has a little pet. She's good with animals. It's her little familiar. That actually looks a lot like Bunnykat. This could be an Aries, could be a Pisces. Doesn't have to be. Don't get too caught up with the astrology of the cards here, but it's someone very passionate, very ambitious. She's a good leader as well, has a good sense of psychology. So you may have linked up with this person in the past as a wife or as a friend, or this could be an energy that you took on yourself. Maybe you felt a little bit of a lull in your life and you wanted to try something new. And so your intuition has kicked into high gear and you found some new passion, which would explain why you're busy working on this new skill. You're feeling very ambitious. And perhaps if that does apply to you, because it's going to be different for everyone, some kind of marriage enabled you to do that. You may have someone in your life that's given you a sense of support so that you can take a little bit of time to develop your skills. You know, maybe they're helping to pay the mortgage or the rent so you don't have to work as many jobs and you can take a little bit more time to yourself. But now, of course, you're juggling the family life as well and all that. But either way, these are really positive cards so far. Queen of Peppermills is a very positive card, a really great natural leader, someone who's not afraid to go after what she believes in. However that plays out for you. In the near future, you have the King of Peppermills showing up. So now we have the perfect couple here, the King and the Queen of Peppermills, which would be like the King and Queen of Wands in the Rider-Waite. And again, this could be somebody that you're dealing with, someone you're either about to marry, or someone showing up in your life, or it could be you yourself taking on this energy, balancing your female and your masculine aspects and coming into this very charismatic, very attractive, natural leader type of energy, someone that people look up to. I'm going to clarify the King of Peppermills in the near future. For my Aquarians, please clarify. Like aquarify. Please aquarify. I'm sorry, Aquarius. You are my last reading of the night, and it's been kind of a marathon of reads. I'm in a hurry to get all the signs up before September 1st is over. What do we have here? Oh, dear. This is the card of fear and feeling a little bit trapped, and I want to get more on that. Why is Aquarius feeling trapped? Why is Aquarius feeling trapped by the King of Peppermills? What's that all about? Feeling like she can't make a move, she or he or they. Why are you feeling trapped? What is this Eight of Swords about? I feel this card is wanting to come out here. The Hanged Man. Interesting. So maybe this is somebody whom you want to communicate with in the near future, and they may want to communicate with you as well. But something is blocking you. Something is preventing you from moving forward. Don't take this card so literally. You've got the Hanged Man showing up here. This is someone who's surrendered to a situation and is waiting to make their next move. If this is someone you want to communicate with, and maybe that they're in a relationship with somebody else, you're hoping to reach out, but you know that you kind of can't, and you've sort of accepted the situation. But for whatever reason, they're still showing up in your reading. So obviously they're on your mind, and they're going to somehow figure into your near future, even if you don't hear from them right away. Well, that's odd, isn't it? This could have been a lover. It could have been somebody you're attracted to. Could be a male or female, you know, depending on who's listening to this reading. In your attitude position, you have the World card here. This is very, very powerful card. Very, very positive omen. This is the last card in the major arcana. And here we see Alice on the last square of this giant chessboard that she finds herself on, and feeling very, very accomplished. This card talks about fame, accomplishment, reaching a whole new level in your career, in your life, coming to a new understanding. So you have the attitude of someone who's wizened up. You've learned some lessons. You've been through some major trials in recent years, and you've leveled up. You've leveled up. You realize that you're not the same person you were before. You're making some huge changes in your life. And that feels amazing. That feels really powerful, Aquarius. I feel like you're ready to conquer the world. You could be communicating with a lot of people on the internet as well, like reaching people that way, because it could be like the World Wide Web, you know. There often is travel associated with the card, with this card. Excuse me. You may be wanting to travel, but you can't quite at this time, or you can't go very far. This could also explain why you're feeling a little trapped. This doesn't necessarily have to be so sinister. Now that I'm looking at the World card, and I'm looking at this line here, it could be that you're wanting to travel to see your King of Peppermills fella, your fiery fella, or your fiery friend, and you just can't because the borders are closed and you can't get there. You can't get there safely right now. There could be an opportunity with this person that you're just not able to act on. So it doesn't have to be this like super negative thing. It could be you're just waiting it out. You've sort of surrendered to the situation in the meantime, and there's a period of waiting. But this could be a really good opportunity for you down the road. And you seem to know that. You have the attitude of a real winner right now. That is great. In your external environment, we have the 5 of Cups. Somebody is missing you, or you're missing them. See how this fella here is so focused on these 3 hats that have fallen, and he's not focused on these 2 hats upright. You know, it's like you have 2 people in your life that are here for you and who love you and support you, but you're really missing these 3. And there's a little bit of a sulking energy here, but what I really get from this is just grief and missing. And it could be some people you want to come together with, maybe you want to work with, could be some friends, but you're just kind of, you know, not able to right now. Or it could be somebody or several people that are missing you. And, you know, that's relatable. I think we're all missing our friends right now, and lovers and people that we can't be with physically at the moment. And there seem to be people around you who are feeling this way. It might not be your energy, because again, this is your external environment. People around you might be feeling a little left out, a little moody, a little sulky. Try to be patient with them. Try and lift them up. Don't get pulled into that, you know, sulky energy. Could be people you live with. It could also be kids, you know, or your partner. In the hopes and fears section, we have the 4 of flamingos here. This is really about rest. But I also see it as potentially being about a vacation, about taking a break, you hoping to take a break soon, especially if you have little kids at home and you've been locked up with them, having to homeschool them and supervise them every minute. Excuse me. Oh my goodness. I had to sneeze. I had to get that thought out before I could sneeze. I swear I don't have COVID, but I do have cats and I have allergies, so I'm a little sneezy sometimes. So I feel somebody here is hoping to take a break and do some healing, have some time for themselves, get some rest, and really hopeful, really hanging in there, And I really feel for you. I really feel for you, Aquarius, whoever this reading is for, because it feels like, I don't know, it feels like some slightly heavy energy. I don't know where I'm getting that from. Well, your cards look pretty positive for the most part, but I am getting the sense of someone who's just feeling like they've had quite enough with this pandemic situation and that they kind of just need a break. And in your outcome position, you have a card that tells me you're having a lot of anxiety, okay? And I kind of sense that down here as well, having a lot of anxiety about something. I'm going to clarify and see what that's about. Oh dear, I have the Ace of Swords wanting to pop up right away, okay? This is about truth and clarity. Oh, we got 3 people. There's somebody wanting to leave. Oh dear. Followed by the 6 of Swords and then the 9 of Pentacles. Okay, the Ace of Swords is about truth. You may be feeling like you need to get to the truth of a matter. 3 of Cups is a party card and generally a really positive omen. But it can also be about a 3-way situation. If you're suspecting that there's a third party in your relationship and you want to get to the truth of the matter, that would be a reason to be feeling some anxiety for sure. I hope that's not the situation for you, Aquarius. This is somebody leaving, the 6 of Swords, but it could also be a vacation. It could be doing some paddling, somebody moving to some calmer waters. And then we have the card of financial independence. So I can't help but think I'm reading for someone who's wanting to leave their relationship and be on their own. And their anxiety is about being able to make it on their own. Now, having this card show up here, though, is a very, very positive sign. It tells me that you would be able to make it on your own. This person is wealthy. They have everything they need. They even have a little pet falcon, which they absolutely don't need. So they have what they need, and then they have more than enough. And they have a lot of things that they don't need as well. So it'd be really positive. If that's what's happening with you, if you're moving out of some sort of marriage and wanting to go on your own, then it would make sense why you're feeling a little anxiety. You're working hard on your skills. You're really feeling very ambitious, right? Because, of course, it's a lot harder to make your way in the world when you're just one person paying all the bills rather than 2. And you want to make sure you're on solid ground. And if you feel like you can't move forward at the moment, it might have to do with where you're at in your career, and how solid that feels to you. And I feel you. That feels really heavy. This might not be the story for everyone, of course. For some people, you may just want to go on vacation and party with your friends and have a good time and live the good life, And you're just having some anxiety about not being able to act on that right now because of, the whole pandemic thing and everything. But I do see some very positive cards here in your spread. I also see somebody who's got a real sense of creativity about them. I see 3 threes, 3, 3, and then also the hangman is the 12. So if you add that together, you get a 3. So I'm feeling a real sense of creativity, and I'm thinking of the Empress card in my mind's eye, somebody who's very beautiful, very in touch with their feminine energy, somebody who people really gravitate towards. Like, you could be a model or an actress, and you could be really successful at that. You just have a wonderful vibe about you, even if you're male. I'm thinking of a female, but you may be a male who embodies those qualities as well, and also a very motherly type of vibe. Whether you have children or not, I get the sense you're really good with kids and that you would take really good care of them. This one would also be a 3, wouldn't it? The World card, because it's 21. 2 plus 1 is 3. So there we have it again. So my advice for you here, Aquarius, is pursue that dream, work on those skills. Don't be afraid to share your talent with the world. I think it is going to be very well received. And also hang in there. I hope you can get a break soon. I am going to take a card from the Animal Spirit Oracle to close out your reading today. This is Kim Krantz, the Wild Unknown Animal Spirit Oracle, and I love it. I love it. I've been ending my readings with just a single card. That's been going really well. This is the book that it comes with. It comes with a nice big book, which you usually don't get with a tarot or oracle deck. And I'm going to read to you right from the book what the author had to say, okay? So what Animal Spirit Oracle messages do we have for my beautiful Aquarians for September 2020? Oh, wow, Firefly. Okay, that seemed to have come out right away. Okay, so we'll take it. I'll put it up here so you can see. The Firefly actually reminds me of the Ace of Swords in a way. It's got this glowing energy about it. Seems like magic, doesn't it? Doesn't this seem kind of magical? With like these droplets, these drops of light coming off the sword. It's like the sword of Excalibur. And the way this firefly just like lights up the sky. I feel you have this like magical quality about you right now. You may be doubting your abilities, but I think you have something really special that the world needs to see. And I will find the page for the firefly and read it to you, because I'm sure the author will do a better job than I will of explaining it. And my only complaint about the book is the lack of a table of contents. There it is. Oh no, that's the dragonfly. My apologies. Looking for the firefly. Oh, here it is. Okay. Firefly is inspired and fantastic, yet fleeting. The firefly contains the light of 1,000 stars. It's pure, radiant, and illuminating. This high-frequency charge cannot be sustained for long. Therefore, the firefly card indicates a moment of inspiration or awakening that quickly fades if we do not catch it. There is firefly energy behind every poem, song, or invention. Our job is to be ready to harness this creative spirit when it graces our path. What can you do to support this precious and elusive light? When in balance, firefly energy writes, creates, and brainstorms. When out of balance, it feels burnt out and dull. To bring it into balance, write a poem or draw, or, sing a song, paint a picture, write a play. Whatever it is that you do, I do feel that you have a special gift, Aquarius, and you need to really get in touch with that creative spirit and allow yourself to indulge in that and really get into it. Because even if you can't travel anywhere this month, I think that if you let yourself get into your creative flow, you're going to feel like you're traveling. That will be like a vacation in itself. And I think people will really love what you make. So it's been a real blessing to do your reading here today, and I want to thank you for joining me on the channel. I hope you have a great month, and I hope to see you again very soon. Bless you all.